Okay. Well, I didn't originally plan on talking, so we'll see. I think it's probably a pretty good idea to talk for a couple minutes to start, just while we warm up the brain. Looks like the zone's running. Oh, we got a fish here. I think I'm gonna wait a minute until I'm a little more warmed up to get in the zone. King 10, kind of weird here. Board's pretty good for him. We don't even have a gutter. We don't have a spade or have any, a spade or a club. So I'm pretty down to just check this hand and delay bluff it. He snap checks and we get a deuce. I think I like a big bets. When he checks back here, he'll have a lot of call turns, fold rivers. When he checks back the flop, I can't imagine he's checking back very many strong hands. So here I'm pretty in the camp of betting 1/3 against a fish on this texture. He just calls and we get this 4. I mean, I think this is just going to be a check back. I'm not really that down to bet turn to check river. I'd prefer probably to just check and then call a river bet. And when he checks here, a fish might just not fold like a king X. So, but I want that to happen at as much as possible. So a 3/4 pot might actually just be the size. Could even be bigger, maybe a full pot. If we have all of our, let's say, what kinds of hand, I mean, some of them are going to be river 9x that don't necessarily do that. 7/8 is normally an open, I believe. Oh, it's not, so I'm not going to, especially considering this guy's short. Queen Jack off, I do not think is getting 3-bet there in that spot ever. I mean, this thing might tell us sometimes. So we get a full pot C-bet, I believe. Or a 2/3 pot. I'm just calling. Pretty big brick, blocking his deuces. So, yeah, and on this card, so we still have what kinds of bluffs? Let's say 4/5, 5/6, 4/6, spades, ace 4, ace 5. His range is kind of weird. I mean, I can't see a hand better than mine checking, and he might still just not fold to one biggish bet. So I think I'll choose like a 2/3 pot size here. And I mean, on this river, we still have our 4/5, 5/6, 4/6. Some of our spades got there though. And I mean, if his ranges still has like eights, nines, tens that just are going to have a tough time folding, um, right? Like we still though have, let's say all 4-5, all 5-6, all 4-6, 4-6 suited. Those would all want to choose probably a pretty big bet size. Let's say something like this. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. Let's jump in here. 4-7 with the heart. I'd like it a lot more. Here I have so many deuce X now. I'm pretty in the camp of betting something like this to follow through on river, considering how few deuce X he has. And my deuce X would probably just scale down a bit now, though still. Honestly, I might not bluff this. I guess I can bet smaller and can keep more Jack X in my range. I think his like snap call kind of threw me off. Seems pretty close there, Queen 9. Yeah, I'm okay with a fold. It says to fold here, and that's against a bigger size, so I think we made a good fold. I do not think Jack 9 gets called here. Nope. So especially not against a bigger size. This one's a bit weird. I definitely am trying to get some protection. I mean, against somewhat ace highs, king highs, queen highs. I think I'm just gonna bet a third. I don't know. Against two people's ranges, getting raised sucks, and am I actually getting enough protection? And there's just better hands a lot. Queen 10 here seems close. I'm probably leaning towards without a spade or a club. It's just kind of seems pretty shit. And this, I mean, check raising when we have a club, just check calling without. I think. I'll just take showdown value here. Yeah, we actually won. Yeah, maybe still just betting a third. I mean, here I could probably bet a lot of pairs of Jack X for small, so I don't hate just bluffing for small to try to get him to fold ace high, but maybe he doesn't even fold ace high for this small bet. Seems possible. Yeah. A bit tempting to call 10-9 off here to small size, but I don't think we're quite going to do that. Over a call on button, sevens through jacks or queens, ace, queen, these types of things. Looks like we're gonna have a ship. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be calling here or folding, so that leaves us with jam. You have aces, good job. Seems like a fine check raise candidate here. King 5, but he checks. I'm pretty down to bet 2/3. Why don't we just go half pot and follow through on the river? I mean, honestly, though, maybe I just have a lot of better bluffs, but it seems like a spot where we can just start bluffing a lot. He like checked so fast on that board. Well, decent board. Not blocking any suited queen X. I'm not a huge fan of that. Am I even getting enough folds that I want to start barreling away? Probably not on this texture. I might actually check some ace, ace, king, king, maybe. So I think ace, king here, backdoor flush draw. I'm pretty okay with going for a check call. I would check like jacks and tens here a bunch too. So this one's kind of weird, but I think I'm okay with it. I was going to time out here. Well, we got the fold. I was kind of des. I was going to time out, so I ended up going huge, which I don't know. I mean, I may be okay with. So Buddy bet whatever and then checks on brick turn. Here, Buddy bet big on flop. Let's see what he's going to do. Here, I'm okay with a check. Here, I'm okay with checking, trying to show down. Here, I'm just going to bet. He did bet eights. That's all right. Here, I'm probably just checking this again. And we'll go for one street on Riv. And here, Buddy checks back on brick turn. He might have some... What are we going to get value from? I'm pretty down for a block bet. Here, I'm down for a half pot. Some ace 10 here, maybe. Some pocket 8s or 9s, maybe. Some ace 5, some 5x of diamonds. Just blocking seems all right. I mean, this seems like a nice spot to start lighting it up. Check raising does seem pretty good, but here with fish, this guy I'm pretty sure is a clear-ish. He's got to be a fish. Do we want to get in here? I think with this guy being a fish, it gets in there. Jacks here, we're looking at probably just getting it all in, I guess. Fish paw, I mean, yeah. I think this bet size shows that he's a fish. So I'm probably okay with calling this in small blind against that. Ace queen here seems like a 3-bet to just get it all in. Yeah. 5-4, all right. Let's give her a 33.33. Ace queen, how are ya? Oh, no good. Oh, dominated. We can't win. Okay, we won this pot. Well, nut gutter board's good for him. Without diamond, I'm okay with checking back some hands like this on this board. This here, we get click back cold 4-bet. I mean, this hand's equity is going to probably be doing good enough. He has enough stack. Buddy checks on this turn. I'm okay with checking back this hand here. I don't think I'm going for 3 streets just yet. And on this turn, though, Pocket tens might be a cold 4 and then start ripping it here. We're not going to fold just yet, though. And here we're going to get a nice little crank in. I checked flop. I'm probably not going to fold this. Ace, ace. Good job, buddy. Checking flop maybe for, yeah, check raise. Okay, I mean, I guess, honestly, maybe there's just still not enough bluffs in there. 8, 9, 10. So he bets full pot. Whatever he had. I mean, he's not going to fold 2-pair plus 2-pair here, is he? Just go big. Maybe just go even bigger, honestly. Let me go a half pot here on this texture. That's a little more coordinated. And I mean, this card's interesting. It's better for him. I don't like getting raised. And we have the open ender. I might check call. I'm not sure. And then I can rep Queen X still on Riv. We have enough. Well, we have maybe a sliver of showdown value here. And I mean, we got to check to him and let him bet. Do we ever raise this? I think so. We actually got value. Neato. So we don't have too many bluffs. He might be c-betting this board wide. I honestly don't hate checking an ace here. He probably might not expect me to, and I might check queen high. So if he bluffs everything less than queen high, it could be good. I don't expect him to call too many less. And like, what bluff catches are you gonna have? Because I'm probably just checking queen high, so I don't even have many bluffs there at all. So checking, allowing to bet his 7, 8 or some shit like that is pretty good, I think. Small 3-bet here, just call fee. Okay, don't have to worry about it. This is the other questionable. That's the questionable hand there. I guess this is so des with these sizes when he does this, and then probably checking here. Half pot after I check. I mean, how are we gonna fold? Buddy bets 25 bones, full pot on the king. My range has here, I mean, a bet just to clear out some air seems pretty good. Punch 10x. What bluffs is our friend gonna have here? Pocket like twos, threes, fours, fives all seem like fine candidates to bluff. Yeah, he's got a bunch of ace highs too. Yeah, and he has those. That's okay, I think. I guess when I have ace highs, though, he might not bluff enough with his deuces through sixes and might just check those. I mean, getting some ace highs to fold seems pretty good. We could rep some other value hands. Like, let's say, I don't know. We might check actually some overpairs or something on that 5 that's so connected. And we have some 9x and some, let's say, 6s through 8s or something like that. So we have some hands, and we're going to, maybe we have a random rivered flush as well. Good job, pal. Not sure what my air would be exactly here. I might choose to bluff like deuces through 4s or something. I wonder if ace 4 gets called to a third. Seems like maybe. Oh, the driest board. We might actually start be able to start bluffing on some turns, which I kind of like. But I don't think multi-way with this fish I'm going to be doing well enough to start betting this when there's ace highs and or ace x, and a lot of these guys range very often. And with this, C bets. I'm pretty liking a raise here, I think. I also don't hate just to call, I guess. With the ace of clubs, I would like a raise a lot more. This stab for small. I mean, this hand has good showdown value ish. So, I mean here, just bet like a third maybe. Try to get him to fold some pairs and some better ace highs. And here, I mean, delay C bet, not enough bluffs. Oh, we actually won with threes here. Neat. Okay, well, betting a third, half. How about we go half? Still got a bunch of gutters and stuff, and ace seven seems close here to ISO. I hate ISO and getting jammed on. Honestly though, it might be like an ISO. Once I ISO, I have to call the raise. I don't know. This hand doesn't seem strong enough. Ace seven off here. Let's see here. Cut off open. Three bet. Are we ever four betting king jack off or calling? No, not. What the hell happened there? Queen high with nine of clubs. I kind of like this. Maybe not as a raise, but definitely maybe just as a call. I mean, it's like, what bluffs do we have here now? Queen high showdown value. Check call river. I might call. Nice. Huh. Wow. What a crazy hand. Open or limp ISO call. I don't think Buddy's range is that strong when he goes that smaller ISO size. Honestly, against this bet, I'm super tempted to. I'm so tempted to raise this hand. I think I like it. I mean, it plays so good. It might just be good as a call bunch, obviously. This is Des now. I mean, obviously, hopefully he gets the fuck out of here. This is not too bad. I'm pretty okay with the check call here now, but he might have like ace x clubs, and he has, let's say, you know, I don't know if this guy's gonna have strong hands in his range really. Oh, geez. I mean, I might have to fold here. He's got flushes, pocket threes, pocket sixes, maybe even has aces, ace jack, these types of hands in his range. I don't know if I have the balls to call this one off. He could have 4 or 5 offsuit though, for all we know, judging by what kind of player he looks like. This one I'm pretty in the camp of just folding. I mean, he's got like, I don't know, this fish might have all sets, a fuckload of flushes, ace king. We haven't exactly seen the total airball random play from him yet, so given those things, I don't think I'm gonna try to hero away my stack there just yet. But given this fish in this hand, this fit guy, maybe fish, I probably feel like I should call this now. But he makes a small bet. Pretty in the camp of just calling, not really doing much raising on this board. And given a check, we might be able to bet this hand for, let's say, I think a big bet actually makes some sense here. I don't think this spot gets check raised too much. And if he has a lot of lower pairs that bet small on turn and then fold river, right? If we're checking back all of our over pairs and we maybe have some 8x and stuff, then I think that makes some sense to actually go for a big size. What is this small bet, man? I mean, I don't think I'm going to raise, but it does feel like the bluffier part of his range. Ace nine's maybe just a bit too weak. I don't know if I'm going to fold this river. $25 raise, eh? Is ace 8 gonna make it in there? I mean, I gotta think so. Ace 8 is kind of high up there for us, but what a spot we're gonna be in here. Holy fuck me. Here comes the pot. Oh no? So he checks. I don't know. Half pot's kind of weird. All he's got is what, turn 10x. So guy was $600 and 605 was fish. Board. I mean, we want to see turn. So betting a third might be the best way to see our turn or realize our equity. Obviously, I'm not expecting to get actually that many folds from like this guy, and I mean this board can get raised by this guy a decent amount. But I still just think a bet is probably the way to go. 2 overs and the backdoor flush draw. Ace is kind of shit. Checking a bunch on it. Expecting a lot of ace-x in both their ranges still. Let's see here. Big blind, 8-9 suited. Getting just call because we're running out of time. Gives us the quick check. Other than like, yeah, so does. This is pretty best. We're gonna call. This is so small. King, queen off. Pocket tens. I don't think I'm gonna do much raising here. Although it is pretty sus when this guy goes 35 into this. But I mean, I'll wait for brick. Or that card is pretty good. And I can't see him folding any hand like ace, queen, ace, king, queens, kings, aces for, let's say we go 1/3. Or checking, actually. Checking a trap here actually might be neat. Matt might go for the turn trap check. Oh, neat. Just gotta ask yourself, what would Matt do? Yeah, I don't know about that, but it worked out there. Honestly, I think this hand might be a fine check. I'm not sure. Hmm. I could check raise this sometimes. I wonder if 6-7 and Jack 10 are already enough. Pretty good spot to bluff on river now. I mean, we do still have a lot of bluffs, though. All Queen 10, Queen Jack, Jack 10. Here, I don't hate 1/3ing check calling turn. This one's a bit weird. Not sure. Check call turn here. He has all Queen 10, Queen Jack, Jack 10. And so when he polarizes like this, so yeah, I think this is actually a pretty great call hand. He still has all those bluffs, and this blocks some value. 6-7 gets there, flushes get there, but he has, let's say, all Jack 10, all Queen Jack, all Queen 10. I don't think I'm going to fold this hand. Haha, neat. Fine spot for this fish to lead. Is he going to do it or not? Make up your mind. I'm okay with bet folding this hand. I'm okay with going, let's say, a 1/3. Why don't we go half? Bet fold. Half pot on this texture seems pretty reasonable. And yeah, if he raises, we are okay with folding. And on this turn, we are going to be checking. Now, what value hands do we have if we bet the river? What are we trying to get to fold? Let's say 3s, 5s, ace deuce, ace 4. And yeah, I'm not going to do anything against that here. Do I like check with Queen 10? Well, I don't hate it. This hand doesn't need that much protection. And protecting our range, having some stronger checks seems pretty good. He checks back. I don't think any jack or any, let's say, 3x diamond, 7x diamond folds. So I like a big bet. but he chooses a large size, not going to be doing any raising against it. But a pretty easy call. And this turn, I'm going to do some full range leading. Save for that much. And I am pretty in the camp of I'm not going to get called by worse. So checking to check call is actually seems okay. If he has just a bunch of overcards, let's say. I mean, I'm liking a 1/3 to start blasting away on turn. I mean, this one's weird because I might actually be able to check call with some showdown value to decide on the river. I mean, I'm not thrilled about this now. I might just take showdown. Whew, we actually got the showdown. Chopped it. Big blind. King 7 is called a lot. Kings here seems like a pretty nice hand to 3-bet or to bet half pot here. Given the amount of gutters he can have on this texture, our buddy chooses a large size. Like, okay. The 3, obviously not good, especially when I choose large size. This seems like a fold, especially when I choose large size on flop. I wouldn't hate whatever, just jam a brick turn. Probably not. Checks. Now we have an interesting situation where if I check, which I'm gonna do, can I call? And I think the answer to that is gonna be whether or not I can find enough bluffs in Buddy's range, which for when I bet half pot on flop, he's calling, let's say, any 9x, any 10x, which there's going to be a lot of suited ones of each kind. Is he going to take those and bluff those? I really don't think so. So we need him to take a hand like 7s or 8s without a club and bluff them. Which I don't think I'm seeing enough. So he's got, let's say, all. Okay, so we block 2 combo. We block a bunch of, let's say, his king, queen. Yeah, I think this is a fold. We're blocking a bunch of combos of king, jack, king, queen that we want him to have to be able to bluff. And he might have, yeah. I think this is gonna be fold. I don't like the my removal on some of his main potential turn check river bluffs. And when I bet half pot, is there gonna be enough 7s and 8s and 8-9 without a club there for me to call? I don't think so. But Yeah, like it kind of, it depends on whether or not. Oh, look at that. He might be a fish. I think this can get ISO'd pretty big. Gonna depend on whether or not. Yeah, like, I mean, judging by his limp behind here, it seems to me like he is a fish now, which, that makes me want to lean towards maybe a call. But then again, there just seems to maybe still just be so many kind of one club hands. Jack 9. I mean, I want some protection, and I think just betting a half pot or a third pot to get it. I'm not exactly looking to stack off here, really. Here, I mean, I have a couple nice backdoor straight draws, and I can bluff later. Right, so here for ranges like ace x, 10x, we don't need to bluff big. And like, if he's not folding certain hands anyway, may as well try and get him to fold king high for a small one. Nice. Here, I mean, this board, we can get away with probably betting a lot. I'd probably call this. It's such a small open fish. I don't need protection. I'm okay with checking back, letting him hit something. But I also think just against the fish right now, just betting half pot seems pretty good. And that card's not too bad. We have the two aces, which block some of his ace 3, which is great. We still have the same bluffs. So I think I'm going to bet a turn full pot. Seems reasonable to me. It's not folding a 6 or a 7 yet. Or an overpair. Overpair maybe just raises on flops. Not that many on turn. Queen 10 here. Pretty okay with checking. This hand doesn't need very much protection. Checking weakening range, getting 2 streets when he checks back here. Yeah, seems pretty good. He's gonna have what, Jack 10, maybe some like Queen 9, Jack 9, some pair plus flush draw stuff. I'm pretty liking a 2/3. Honestly, though, against the fish, I probably don't need to like protect my range there if they're not betting that much and stuff. So I can just bet on the flop, maybe. But I think it's still okay and good to just check that. But he raises here ace 5, ace 7, 5s and 7s seem to be pretty frequent for him. But we won't be going anywhere yet. Ace 3 here. I mean, there's definitely a few good barrel cards. So I think a 1/3 here is pretty appropriate. Dry, gapped between 6 and thing board. I mean, here I'll probably just start betting. Six, 7, 8. I mean, whatever he called. not super comfortable barreling this hand in this spot here. My backdoors are pretty nice. Backdoors are pretty nice. I don't even think we want to bluff here. Could be wrong though. I think this might be just a fold too. Here, I mean, half pot bet. We have two pretty nice overs. I'm close on this one. Not sure what happened here. Did I check call turn? Stab the river. So he bets half pot and then goes this here. Honestly, do I want to take this hand, check raise to like jam river? Might be pretty good. I might just want to do it when I actually have a fucking pair with open ender or something. I don't know. The nut gutter's so nice though. And it's definitely not great when he like actually bets a big size on that board, and he has all he has all Jack 10. He maybe has 5-6 in there suited, so seems like he could be a fish. I don't know what's up with these guys. A couple of these guys here. This seems like a pretty nice spot to half pot. Triple barrel overcards seems pretty good. Three is definitely not great here. But I think I'm going to 1/3 and on a spade or a deuce or a 4, I might start bluffing them. But like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the spot. I don't think so because we wouldn't have many straights on those cards, and he has a more offsuit ace x2 pair on those cards. Go for a nice little 3-bet here. Hit a 4 on flop. Probably pretty happy about a check raise for value. I might have a bunch of pairs that would want to just raise for protection. This card's a little weird considering he might be scared of check raise for my 6x enough to where I actually might want to like check call and then check raise the river with 6x. Buddy 3-bets donks. or calls 3-bet donks. Obviously a fish. Call here. And maybe raise river. Probably not. So other than pocket threes, we're doing pretty good here. The ace is pretty good. I wonder if we ever actually check back this hand and get in a jam on the riv. This seems kind of weird. The 5's good for him. I can check call a bunch. I mean, checking this hand and allowing him to bet an 8 on the riv and Des himself with whatever rando air he had and let the heart hit so he can actually, let's say, but he bets so small on the turn. I'm pretty down to like quarter pot this again, or quarter pot lead. Why don't we go half there? So here we're hoping he has 8x that don't fold. And I mean, here I'm not. Do I want to just go all in with this hand? Probably not. I might just call. Let's just go like that. I think there's a fold 4s, 5s, 6, 8 over pairs. When I bet half pot and then he raises and then he jams on the queen turn. I don't know, though. Maybe against this Des limper. I mean, I haven't seen him raise at all, so I think his range has a lot of strong hands in it. And so when I ISO I raise so big pre-flop, I bet half pot, call a raise. The queen comes and he jams. I think on average, we're just not going to be doing that great. And this guy was Des on that hand. I wonder, maybe I just bet a third on that turn, honestly, and not really like the stack of pots already getting so, you know. Let's see here. Was I cut off? Queen 9's not even called, so fuck it. Here I will choose a half pot. Yeah, I think I should just bet a third on the turn here. He's not going to fold an 8, I guess. He's not going to fold like a pocket pair with a heart, and I guess he's probably not even going to bluff those on later streets anyway. So here, I mean, fuck, this hand's looking like we might end up lighting it up. We have a lot of bluffs on the turn here, and we might want to just rep to, like, let's say a king 10 or maybe like a king queen plus or something. So let's go something like this. Seems pretty reasonable to moi. But yeah, I think I probably should just bet turn for a small size there. Although, I don't know. Here, I mean, I'll call even to large bet, maybe, given that we have actually the backdoor straight draw. Go with our hand. Not really going to do any raising. And we are literally, like, doing good against still ace, deuce, ace 3 that might choose that rando big size. And then he checks on the 5, so I think he can have some, like, let's say 4-5 or 5-6 or ace 5, these types of hands. But I think our hand has just enough showdown value still to be okay with a check. Thin value bet. What kind of air does he have betting flop, big, checking? I'm kind of doubting that, like, a 5 thin value bets like this. He has like king, queen, king, jack, queen, jack type hands. Which I don't think bluff for that size when I'm just expected to probably call a lot. Here we have a nice little maybe check turn to maybe bluff catch river against what? Just king queen pretty much. And a des. Yeah, not enough. So he bets a little bigger than like a third. I'm tempted to just fold this right away. I don't think we fold tens for one bet though. Well, I think this HUD is broken. And after flop checks through, is this a spot where I can just blast away bluffing? I don't hate it, but I mean, I have so many other bluffs here. I have a lot of air. I also, though, maybe have some weak ace-x that are pretty down to bet big. Some like river deuces. I mean, ace high probably don't fold. Gotta just bet a deuce for protection here, I think. To check to maybe call riv. Seems like a board where I might want to size up. Nice. Guess it was heads up, I think. All right. Well, we're gonna give Pocket Fives a call here. Try to hit a set or something. Here, easy offing. Good job, buddy. I don't. It's kind of annoying that the fucking HUD doesn't work. I don't need a 1/3 to check call. I'll take my showdown value. Here, buddy probably didn't expect me to have too many flushes, so we'll raise. You might have like pocket twos, 2-8, queen deuce, queen 3, queen 8. I think I should just go bigger. I'm kind of down to just triple barrel this fucking hand. I'm also down to just check and then bet river as well. Yeah, nice. We got away from one, I think. Nice to just hit a hand against our friend eventually, hopefully. All right, we got a good board. Sixes maybe, and then eight, seven, eight suited, ace, eight suited, some couple things like that. Not too much to be worried about here. I think a 1/3 pot is pretty good. So Des here, man. I mean, I'm not gonna fold just yet. Check call, probably check call. I mean, now it's easy. You win one, you lose two. Not even tracking the one table. Fucking 3 would be great. Pawn threes. Nope.